Welcome back to Mass Effect 3 Legendary Edition. So, today I am going to do Horizon. Before I do Horizon, I'm just going to do some quick planet scanning.
I found something.
Just going to go through all the systems that are available. Um, not sure if I've... Last second here. Okay, I don't think this system appeared... Oh, that was convenient. Don't think this system appeared in, previous games. Lusarn's heat pummels the Nirvana belt, a ring of protoplanetary material relatively close to the star. However, this heat is not enough to instigate true melting as occurs in a planet's formation, so carbonaceous asteroids such as Bayalt retain a primitive makeup. Bayalt has yet to be exploited, so the Reapers appear to have ignored it. Probes suggest it is high in chondrite and troilite. Jonton is a fairly standard close-orbiting Pegasid gas giant, orbiting the star Lusarn at high velocity and heated to temperatures of over 1,000 degrees. Analysis of its orbit has revealed a core of heavy elements with a mass double that of the planet's hydrogen-helium atmosphere. The Reapers appear to have ignored Jonton, favoring targets that have some level of habitation. Makes sense? Yuntanta is remarkably close to Earth. Its orbital distance is similar, and while slightly larger, introduced density yields similar mass, atmospheric pressure, and gravity. There the similarities end, for Lusarn is a hot Class F star, emitting over 8 times the energy of Sol. Yuntanta is a parched wasteland, its water long since boiled away into its nitrogen-carbon dioxide atmosphere. A handful of mining outposts dot the hellishly hot surface. The crews remain in underground bunkers, sending remotely controlled machines out at night to do surface work and load cargo for shipment. It does not appear the Reapers have struck here yet. Population of 230. Dorier is a large, hot world with a poisonous atmosphere of acidic nitrogen oxides. While the planet is too close to Lusarn for this to condense and fall as rain, this makes the environment too hostile for forms of life more sophisticated than bacteria to evolve. Maybe I did visit this system into... Some of this sounds familiar. Terith is broadly Earth-like with a fatal flaw. It has a relatively high amount of chlorine in its atmosphere, the reason for the greenish haze that becomes apparent when looking at the horizon. Chlorine has become a vital component in Terith's plant life. The Reapers have paid little attention to Terith, concentrating on planets with high populations. Okay, so I'm pretty sure that I did actually read these planets during 2. Yes. Alright. Any other planets to look at? I don't think so. Means that I must have looked at Testal in the previous game as well, so let's just take a look and see if there's anything new. EAE abandoned the facilities before the Reaper invasion and collected no insurance settlement since the Reaper attack fell under Wars and Acts of God. However, skillful legal wrangling let their losses here leverage their rights to acquire any destroyed Reapers near their facilities, which may turn out to be highly profitable once the proverbial smoke clears. Population of 6,700, capital EAE Krafla. Oh, helium! Of course. Reaper forces met a surprising amount of resistance at Ilium. Its leaders were paranoid about keeping their fortunes, and were influential in both the Terminus and Citadel space. They outfitted their large defense fleet with a high number of fission weapons, and in the brief space battle used them on the Reaper fleet's troop transports rather than their near-impervious capital ships. As a result, the inevitable ground invasion has been slowed to a crawl as the Reapers manufacture more troops. Smart. Liquid assets. No updates. With no population to speak of, Ponos has been ignored by the Reapers. It did Maxwell already. Oops. That's this cluster complete. Any more to check out? Shrike Abyssal. Alright, let's see what's new in the Shrike Abyssal. Possibly opened up by Leviathan DLC. Not sure. So 2 new systems, alright. One of these, I feel like one of these might have the Vorcha homeworld. Hey, Vorcha Labor Team. Tyrix, one of the largest objects in Thal's asteroid belt, is a metallic asteroid with an iron-nickel core under a rocky olivine mantle. It is possibly a remnant protoplanet, prevented from forming into anything bigger by gravitational disturbances from Xerxio. Alta Kiral is a garden world on the outer edge of its star's habitable zone. The planet is largely frozen, yet it features native dextroamino acid-based life in its lower latitudes. These species evolved to withstand periodic freezing and compensate for the cold with spectacular population explosions during the long, mild summers. Hardy, independent-minded Turians colonized the planet. The Quarians briefly considered contesting them, but were daunted by the virulence of the planet's infectious life during the growing season, not to mention the colonists who had ties to warlords elsewhere in the Shrike Abyssal. Altakira's citizens were wiped out by Reaper bombardment despite the planet having a reasonably high population, which would usually make it a candidate for harvesting. Allied intelligence suggests that the colonists kept anti-space defense weaponry in population centers, so the Reapers limited their risk by destroying the threat and moving on. Colony Fena 2021 CE, population 13.5 million, not too bad. Capital Estevis Irex. Might be wrong about one of these systems having the Vorcha. I thought one of these systems had the Vorcha homeworld, but I could end up being wrong. A hydrogen-helium gas giant, Xerxio's many moons were developed along with the colonization of Alta Kiral. It is believed that the majority of them were military in nature, a common theme among Turian colonies. Specifics are few. Alta Kiral's government kept its records classified, and the Reapers have systematically destroyed the installations here. suppose the other system might still have. A large terrestrial, Cerate's methane-rich atmosphere might be mistaken for that of a true hothouse planet. However, some terraforming corporations have targeted it for development since Cerate has already given rise to some cyanobacteria in the liquid water that can be found near its poles. There is some evidence that the planet has been fluctuating between methane-heavy and oxygen-heavy atmospheres for several million years, each cycle dependent on the nutrients in the ocean that led to bacterial growth or crashes. Star charts catalog several scientific stations studying Cerate, but all appear to have been destroyed by the Reapers. Garon is the innermost planet of the Thal system, which is less than 2.56 kilometers from its K-class parent star. Temperatures on the sunward side of this tidally locked planet reach more than 2,800 Celsius, boiling away earth and stone. These gases are then carried away by these gases are then carried away by wind from the hottest point to the zone where temperatures are cool enough for the gaseous mixture to recondense, leading to the unusual weather phenomenon of rains of rocks. Gowron remains largely unexploited by commercial interests, as the heat of the star tends to ward off all but well-funded collection ships, like the so-called Inferno class that mine Ezo near energetic stars. Gowron does not appear to have Ezo, and its other elements are not worth the setup cost. Because I know the Vorcha homeworld is scannable. We never actually visited, but I know that at some point the Vorcha homeworld ends up being somewhere we can scan. I found something. I think this is it. Yes. Assistance Alliance official once summarized his tour of the Vorcha homeworld as follows. You can make your own Heshtalk in 2 steps. Take Hell, then add Vorcha. The planet is highly volcanically active, leading to periodic releases of toxic gases into the air and water supplies, as well as other extreme situations that gave rise to the Vorcha's legendary adaptability. Overcrowding and the extermination of most of their ecology led to a planet covered in weeds and hardy vermin. The Vorcha do not have a recognized single government that would allow them membership in any galactic league. Alliances between bloodlines are tenuous at best, and the Vorcha's short, violent lives ensure there are few lasting institutions. The Reaper invasion of Heshtalk encountered little formal military resistance, but the harvesting process is slow. Destroying neighboring cities fails to intimidate Vorcha, who become submissive only if physically dominated in person. Cutting off their water supply simply makes them adapt their bodies to get moisture from food. Allied intelligence hypothesizes that Reaper forces are not harvesting it, instead seeking to immobilize Heshtalk's population and prevent them from joining the fight for the galaxy at large. Population lack of census data spreads estimates from 6 to 9.3 billion. Capital Hatash disputed. There we go. Void Devil's Spiderwing. Good. This methane ammonia gas giant was swept past during the Reaper invasion, and once its Helium-3 collection equipment was destroyed, it was largely ignored. Vorcha ships that survived the attacks on Heshtalk and Lirat can be found discharging their drive cores here before making spy sorties or retreating further into space. This might end up being the last system I need to actually scan. The hydrogen-helium gas giant Lirat was the site of a brief and decisive battle between Vorcha and Reaper forces. It was impolitically characterized on the news vids as millennia-old death machines versus a gang of teenagers, a reference to the Vorcha's brief lifespans and experience. In reality, many of the ships were commanded by other species to avoid this shortcoming, but the insult still sticks. Yeah, that seems mean. The defenders outnumbered the Reapers, but their force was comprised of light ships not suitable to a militia, since never before had it been allowed in anyone's best interest to allow Vorcha to build a dreadnought. Superior Reaper firepower soon wiped out the Vorcha fleet, and the fuel infrastructure around Lirat was pulverized. Rumors abound that the Reapers did not lose a single ship. Believable, unfortunately. Nazgral is a small, hot, tidally locked inner planet that had modest minerals development on its dark side. Within a generation of the Vorcha's first contact with spacefaring species, Robo-mining interests attempted to exploit it only to find their trading partners violently overthrown on a regular basis. The Vorch's own culture disenfranchised them in Nasral's case, as their legal claims to the planet were inevitably backed up by violence as a show of dominance. This nuance was lost on the mining corporations, who hired mercenaries to guard their operations with lethal force and never surrendered it to Vorcha claimants. 3% sent a small force to destroy Nasral's orbital stations and surface facilities. There is no indication that there are any survivors. A lifeless desert, Harask was colonized soon after first contact with Vorcha. Several Asari mining corporations, working with a Siari-based charity called Mind and Hand, built settlements on the planet's surface and orbital stations. Adopting Vorcha orphans from Heshtok, they raised them to live non-violent lives and employed them in the mining industry. While Mind and Hand's efforts were at first labeled colonialist, the orphans became minor celebrities when it was discovered that the Vorcha habit of using violence to communicate was not completely innate. Several spoke throughout Citadel space on behalf of their species, but their short lifespans kept their careers very brief. Even today, companies that want Vorcha labor have the poor choice between adopting and educating them as youngsters, just to watch them age and die, or dealing with autonomous but violent adults. The Reaper invasion devastated Parask. Its industrial capacity was ruthlessly targeted, and the Vorcha mining communities were exterminated. The only silver lining is that the deaths here have created martyrs, inspiring other alien-raised Vorcha to fight for their galaxy. If I'm not mistaken, I don't believe there's anywhere else to scan. Let's see. Babylon Threshold, complete. Hourglass Nebula, complete. Secret's Cradle, complete. Ninma Cluster, there's nothing there. Galveston Rift, complete. Hades Nexus. Kepler Verge. I don't think I've been here, so we'll... Oh, luckily there's only the one system. I was gonna say, so maybe I'll do it later. Nothing? I guess there must have been a mission here. What did I do here? Oh, Entourage. Okay. Nubian Expanse. Let's check this one. I don't know if there's anything here. There is. You know, actually, I'll do this system after I do Sanctuary. Yeah, Nubian Expanse, I think, is going to be the last of it. Okay, actually, there is a new system available in Kite's Nest. Other than that, yeah, so Nubian Expanse, Kite's Nest, and then Artura's Stream has a thing for me to pick up. Oh. Is that something new in the Nimbus cluster? Alright. Anyway, gonna do Sanctuary, and then the next episode I will finish up scanning and do the yeah, so next episode I'll finish up planet scanning and start in on all of Citadel's various fun things. Alright, we'll take a quick look at the planet, see if there's anything new. Nothing. Nothing new. And Horizon. A temperate world that has hit the sweet spot for carbon-based life, Horizon has a nitrogen-oxygen atmosphere maintained by abundant plants and bacteria. Its soil is particularly compatible with Earth vegetation, and so a thriving human community has sprung up. Horizon's population is in flux. A collector attack in 2185 inflicted significant casualties, but refugees have been streaming to the planet since the Reaper invasion began. Since many land illegally, there is no way to accurately track population. Although many colonists resent the newcomers, others have embraced Horizon's new role. Advertisements for Sanctuary, its main refugee center, can be seen galaxy-wide. Colony found at 2168. Population anywhere from 800,000 to 1.5 million. Alright. For landing... Nope. Huh. Oh, huh. I expected thought there'd be a codex entry for it. Alright, so... Bring Caden. He was stationed on Horizon before, so bring him with me. And who? Don't think I've used Garrus in a few missions, so let's do Garrus. There we go. See, I could keep him with the Javelin. Or I could swap him over to the... %40 damage. So the Black Widow does have a little bit higher damage. Or the Widow does have a little bit higher damage. But it is the one-shot. It is a one-shot weapon. Javelin... Oh, Javelin is also a one-shot weapon. Gonna go with the Widow for Garrus. Because why not? Jeez, it has been a long time since I used Garrus. Didn't realize it had been this long. Recharge speed. More force. Increased damage over time. Armor piercing. So this would make an armor piercing. Go with that. Damage. So do I want another point in... definitely one proximity. Sure. Alright, seems good. Imagine I've probably still got some points to spend for tally, I would think, at this point, but I'll spend them later. And I think tally will probably be the last person to have to spend some points for.
Alright, Commander, what do we know?
EDI, the sanctuary facility was devoted to aiding refugees from Reaper-controlled systems. The facility went offline recently, and no communications have come or gone since. It is unclear why Kai Lang or Cerberus would be interested in Sanctuary.
So, yeah, so we know that it is, that it bills itself as a refugee, or as a sanctuary for refugees. We also know that at least one wealthy and ruthless businessman is pretty confident that it's a scam. Rup Elkos is confident that it's a scam. So, yeah. Why would Cerberus come here?
If there's a clue to Cerberus here, we find it.
Ma'am, I'm picking up a signal from the facility. It's weak, but I'll try to boost it.
This is Oriana Lawson. Stay away from Sanctuary. It's not what it seems. Please, you must listen to me. They're using...
Oriana? That's Miranda's sister. If she's here, Miranda can't be far away. That's our link to Cerberus.
Approaching the LZ. Seeing some damage, Commander, but no activity.
Yeah, this place does look pretty...
Cerberus
damage.
does not get the jump on us this time. Stay sharp, people.
Major damage, Commander.
Yeah, but who's fighting? I'll mention here that,
Affirmative.
oh, whoops. That wasn't whose weapon I wanted to change.
Got it.
Oriana there was voiced by Laura Bailey, who also voices, Rodriguez. I forget who Rodriguez was. And Dr. Corey. So we've heard her voice a couple of times. Which one was Rodriguez? So I know I mentioned her in a previous, in an earlier episode. I just don't remember. Yes, Rodriguez. One of Jack's kids. So, yep. Honestly, that is damn near the last voice actor I'm going to be naming. There will be one more voice actor that I will be naming at some point. So we're pretty much done with that part. Hurrah! Anyway.
Everyone hear that?
Yeah, radio's offline. Something's jamming our signals.
Explains no comms leaving the facility.
Yep, that's cause for mild concern. Oops, I meant to go through. Stupid goddamn. Damn it. There we go.
Looks like they were evacuating.
And looks like the Reapers were chasing them out.
About time they started killing each other.
Yeah. Nemesis and Phantoms. The Phantoms weren't too much of a danger here. They never got close enough. They got sort of stuck behind cover. So the Phantoms didn't end up actually being really dangerous, or close enough to be dangerous. So, yeah. But, yeah, Nemesis, as always, total pain in the ass. Reapers are... Yeah, Nemesis are genuinely among the most dangerous of the Cerberus enemies. Probably the most dangerous Cerberus enemies, if I'm honest.
What happened here?
Come on.
Cerberus shuttles came from that tower.
Then that's where we're headed.
All arrivals are asked to submit their possessions to our sorting staff for inspection. They will be returned inside the compound. Be advised, communication devices will not function within Sanctuary.
Makes some kind of sense, as communication device is not functioning. Yeah, communication device is not working. It does make sense.
For faster registration, please follow the instructions of Sanctuary staff.
What are you guys looking for?
I figure in another week I can finish off the remaining hours on my contract and move from staff housing into Sanctuary itself. I feel a little guilty that I'm getting an upgrade from standard accommodations, but that's the deal. Do your time at the front desk, get the perks. One more week.
With your help, Sanctuary is building a better tomorrow.
Front desk log. Civilian processing ratios. Adults 60% sent to integration. Children 85% sent to integration. Suitable candidates are being assigned to temporary living areas in alphabetical order. Family units are being preserved for ease of processing. B. Integration. Oh. Integration. That term may sound familiar. From that very first Cerberus lab that we attacked. Basically right after we left Earth. One of the very earliest episodes was me doing a Cerberus lab.
The number
of refugees has doubled in the last 2 weeks. I heard that people are just abandoning shuttles outside the main gate. They just don't have anywhere to go. We'll need to start setting up temporary shelters out there until they can be processed.
For your safety, communication devices are strictly
So,
forbidden.
Cerberus being in a place that has the phrase that uses the phrase integration.
To aid those having
Concerning.
trouble with registration.
Incident report 2139. An illegal communication device nearly made it past pre-screening. Scanner software has been adjusted. No way it could penetrate the central scrambler, but we can't chance a signal leaving the planet. Report filed.
Makes sense that they'd want to keep any communications from leaving the planet. That could be
Must be another landing
tracked.
area, more official.
So those ships we saw were waiting to get in.
But where are all the people they brought?
Off-world technology is not permitted within Sanctuary.
Oh, okay, I didn't actually.
For
For some reason, I thought over here was where
please follow the instructions of
was where I actually needed to go.
Security cam footage. This is where they sorted out the refugees.
Come on, let's keep looking.
There is room for all new arrivals.
Just curious how long this goes for. Ah, okay, and then it just repeats, I guess.
With your help, Sanctuary is building a better tomorrow.
What are they hiding from?
Communication devices will not function within Sanctuary.
Must have felt safe in here. The security? That must have been a relief to the refugees.
And then it all went bad.
We need to find out what happened.
That does look like a very nice place.
Welcome to Sanctuary. For your safety, communication devices are strictly forbidden.
Yeah. Makes sense they wouldn't want communications leaving the planet, because then
New arrivals
that they could be tracked.
to aid those having trouble with registration.
So, could definitely be a risk.
All arrivals are asked to submit their possessions to our sorting staff for inspection. They will be returned.
Got a fragment of something here.
I can't call right now, but I'll send this as soon as I can. My little girl got sick, that's why I left. I love you, but I have to take care of her. The clinics were closing their doors to refugees. I couldn't borrow credits from you. I don't know where I learned about Sanctuary. Around, I guess. Seemed perfect. Somewhere to hide, you know? Just till she got better. I can see the place out the window. It's huge. They already have people waiting for us.
Please follow the instructions of Sanctuary staff.
Got another one.
We land in a few minutes. You should see this place, Daddy. It's amazing. Look, I'll record a bunch of stuff and send it to you. They warned us about no comms until we're through processing. What'd I tell you? Top-notch security. Can't wait till you get here.
There is room for
Oof.
all new arrivals within Sanctuary. With your help, Sanctuary is building a better tomorrow.
Got something, Commander.
Casualties, both sides.
Ravagers.
Communication devices will not function within Sanctuary. For your security,
More Cerberus!
Ooh! I love when they get jig with it.
Dead end, Shepard.
We need an exit. Keep looking.
I love when they get exploded.
to aid those having trouble with registration.
Wish there was a way to shut off these messages. They're getting a little bit annoying.
All arrivals are asked to submit their possessions to our sorting staff for inspection. They will be returned inside the
Right.
Off-world technology is not permitted.
This is a Cerberus facility.
Oh.
Shepard.
That's Miranda.
For fast registration,
This is Miranda Lawson. If you've managed to get this far, you must be desperate or stupid.
Yes.
Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run by my father, Henry Lawson.
Uh-oh.
Turn back now. There is no help to be found here. All communication is being blocked from the central tower. Sanctuary is a lie. Stay away.
Okay, so we've got Cerberus, Reapers, and Miranda's crazy father. Any ideas how this all fits?
If Miranda did not survive the suicide mission in Mass Effect 2, then the logs you find will be from Orion instead. So, yeah. Her crazy father. Is that a body floating there? I'm pretty sure that's a body floating there.
A security panel. Shutting it down.
Look at that. Why go to the trouble of concealing it?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
Because it's something that's
We've a
going
back
to
door
be
the facility.
dangerous.
Let's move.
I'd recognize Reaper technology anywhere, Commander. I don't know how, but Cerberus is using it for something. Doesn't look good.
And Miranda's caught in the middle. Let's pick up the pace.
So, Cerberus facility, Reaper technology, Miranda's crazy father. So, what the hell is going on? Nothing in here? No, nothing in here.
This is going to get ugly, Shepard. Nothing good ever came out of Reaper Tech.
Not wrong. I mean, Edie did. Edie's the one exception to that rule. Edie's good that came out of Reaper Tech. And I mean, I suppose the Thanix cannons came out of Reaper Tech, and they're pretty good for killing Reapers. Oh, shoulder guard.
Some kind of control center. No power, though.
Look around for a switch.
Very unsettling place so far, especially because there's so little fighting so far. It makes it even creepier somehow. Okay, nothing else in here. Alright, so let's see what this big button does.
Power switch. There.
What's happening? Those are the refugees. They're just rounding them up and slaughtering them.
Worse. They're being turned into husks.
Well, that's bad. That's horrific. So Cerberus is huskifying people. Jump scare! And yeah, they're crawling all over this place.
Come on!
So yeah, this is not fun. What is this? Wonder if I even want to know what the hell that thing is.
I don't get it. Why go through all this just to make husks? What does the elusive man gain?
The Reapers attacked because this place was a threat. We need to find out why.
Personal PDA. Confirmed. Unsuitable materials reassigned to recycling. Recycling, is that what they're calling it? Do we want to know what recycling is? Oh, it makes someone unsuitable materials?
Shutting down the power.
More Miranda.
Reaper forces have made a mess of the facility.
I'm shutting down the power to the processing plant to lock them down. Should keep them out of the entrance as well.
Kai Lang. She doesn't know he's here.
Miranda Lawson has arrived sooner than expected. You want me to deal with her?
Only if she gets in your way. Stay focused on the research data. Find it and get out.
Yes, sir.
Damn it. Let's move.
Well, Miranda is exactly the type of person who would get in the way. Oops.
Not surprised. Gotta be more where they came from.
No doubt. Sure be nice if that ends up being the worst we've run into here. How likely do you think that is?
I spent the last week making small adjustments to it. Increase processing efficiency. There is no shortage of subjects. Indeed, I'm told there's a long line outside the main gate. The deception is an unfortunate necessity. Time is very short. We've confirmed the results of Cerberus experiments involving the husk creatures. A crude but necessary first step in decoding how the Reapers communicate. The key is how the Reaper signal interacts with the nanites implanted within the subject's body. It's early yet, but we are making progress.
So this guy's pretty frickin' gross. Meanwhile,
We got Reaper troops.
Must be leftover from the attack.
Okay, gotta run in here.
It's a fire on them!
I see him!
The Reapers are, or the Banshees are always going to be the scariest thing in any room. So always deal with them first, and where'd that dude even land? Threw the bastard through a wall. Nice. So yeah. Suppose I should have been using my grenades more against the Banshee. So yeah, there is obviously another way to go through here. Use that door to get a bit of a workaround, so you can use that. Either way, not a fun fight. As Reapers, as Banshees are never fun. Speaking of which, could have sworn there was some. Thought I saw something down here, but guess not.
Dr. Nuri's legacy work with subject Paul Grayson provided a key element to our work here. Using the addictive drug red sand to break down the will was inspired, but proved unreliable for general application. We've proven that adrenaline and its cross-species equivalents is most effective and efficient.
What kind of monster does this to people? I don't get it.
I don't either.
The pursuit of efficiency has revealed an important fact. The Reaper's use of dragon's teeth to create husks is ingenious. The Reaper nanites attach themselves to the adrenaline released and quickly move through the body to speed conversion to the final husk state.
Oh, that reference to Paul Grayson, that is from the books. As mentioned before, specifically Mass Effect Ascension. Paul Grayson was a major character in that novel. So... luckily, you don't have to fight this one.
Figure out how Reaper indoctrination...
Okay.
Terminal's damaged. Hang on.
Maybe we'll get some answers as to why the Reapers wanted this place shut down.
It doesn't make sense. Thought Cerberus and the Reapers were getting along. What changed?
You got it, Shepard.
Heading to the tower to disable the communications scrambler. I have to get word out. Some refugees are turned into husks. Some are indoctrinated and shipped to the elusive man. Whoever's left is used in experiments. The data indicates that my father is trying to figure out how Reaper indoctrination works.
Tricking refugees with food and shelter only to turn them into test subjects. And for what?
This is disgusting. And the scale of this.
She mentioned shipments. Could lead us to the elusive man.
Good catch. Come on. Miranda said she was headed to the tower.
Progress update. Rejected subjects have proven useful for preliminary genetic testing. The death rates are 100%, of course, but the data being gathered is critical to improving subsequent testing on viable subjects. Note, only approved personnel with Alpha 3 and above level security clearance are allowed access to the genetic waste testing area. Be aware that security breaches of any kind will result in immediate contract termination. We can guess what that means. Contract termination probably means you get to be a new experiment.
Take quarters. Check your fire.
Alright, so there's a lot more of them up here, it looks like. So far, so good. Nothing serious there. Yeah, that's where I came up from. But things are about to get a little bit more dangerous here. Or I thought they were. This wasn't the fight section that I thought it was. The Locust. You may remember this from Mass Effect 2, where it was the best submachine gun, hands down. It's still a good one here. Definitely the best of the ones that you find for free. Best overall. Kind of depends on your personal preferences, I suppose.
We're very close. Understanding the indoctrination process is one thing. However, turning it to our advantage is proving to be quite another. This is assembly line science. The sheer brute force of numbers and repetition is doing the thinking for us. Effective, but discovery happens at a pace.
Ew.
Father is working for the elusive man.
I will check that out in a second. There we go, that's what I was looking for. Still completely useless to me. But
Heavy resistance outside the tower. If you're receiving this, I've got evidence you cannot ignore. Confirmation that my father is working for the elusive man. Connection established.
I have your report on the process, Mr. Lawson. Cut to the chase. Can you do it? Theoretically, control is possible, yes. The Reaper subjects we converted are responding, but it's difficult to maintain.
I thought that might be the case. Not to worry, Henry. With Sanctuary's help, we'll get it sorted.
He's talking about controlling Reaper forces? Is that possible?
I don't know. I'll play the rest of it.
We've done it. We've found a way to co-opt their control signal. As long as the Reaper troops remain in close proximity to our signal, we can maintain control indefinitely.
Excellent news. And how could we extrapolate this technique to apply to the Reapers themselves?
That's a much bigger challenge.
Now we know where the Reapers attacked Sanctuary.
Figured Cerberus out. Tough break for the elusive man.
Yep.
But it's good news for us. We finally have our link to Cerberus. Lowering the access ladder. Come on, let's move.
Wait, Commander, there's more.
May as well mention. Actually.
Damn it. I hope she's ready for him.
I suppose I may as well mention. Henry Lawson is voiced by Alan Dale. Wasn't going to mention his voice actor, but why not? Internal memo. Streamlining procedures. In an effort to streamline our waste elimination process, a high-grade liquefaction compound has been added to our alkaline hydrolysis disposal systems. Our goal is to ensure that our processing system can meet the expected processing ratios as more subjects arrive at this facility. As a result, personnel must wear level 4 hazmat suits at all times while in the disposal area. All right. So this is going to be a bit of a tougher fight. Flash is just fun, frankly. Oh geez, another one. Yeah, that's tough just because of the barrier generators.
Look out!
I'll be damned if I'm gonna let big, gross, giant eggs stick around. Didn't replenish my grenades. That's unfortunate. Okay, I thought there were logs in this section, but I guess it's the next part where I start seeing some more logs.
We have underestimated the strength of the Reaper signal. They are here. The Reapers somehow know what we've learned about them. They have a weakness. I'm compiling our research data to archive before it's too late. Cerberus sent troops to defend the facility against the Reapers.
Starting command sequence. Releasing husks. I can't move. What's happening? Oh my god!
Shepard, over here!
Yeah, imagine being sentient, or being, like, aware of what's happening to you. That'd be pretty awful, wouldn't it?
Shepard, over here!
Alright, I'm here, I'm here.
This'll get us closer to the tower.
Both over here. Good, good. Pretty sure you can't hit the, I'm pretty sure you can't hit any of the husks running around down there. The few that, you occasionally spot. They're basically just part of the scenery.
This way.
Is that a Banshee I hear as well? Oh, there it is.
They're all coming from that room up ahead.
Let's get over there!
Run, run, run. I don't like banshees. But hey, at least I'm picking up some grenades.
Doorway ahead.
Let's move!
Pod status. Pod 1, foreign material present. Pod 2, pod integrity compromised. Pod 3, subject deactivated. So why do you want to open the pod? For some reason, there's a gun inside. And it is another pretty decent one. Which, again, I will show off on the ship. Once I get back to the Normandy, I'll show off the that last weapon. The Saber is high damage, but low rate of fire. So it's strong but slow. Which is, you know, fine. I generally tend to go for faster weapons myself.
Tower access granted.
Get ready! Shepard.
Commander Shepard. Excellent timing.
Put the gun down.
No. Oriana tried to shoot me. Miranda's poisonous influence, no doubt.
I'm sorry she missed. Where's Kai Lang?
I don't know. Gone. He took my research and left us here to die.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Can you hear me?
That's close enough. Both of you. Kai Lang didn't finish the job, but I will.
This ends here.
On the contrary, now that the Reapers are taken care of, we have a way out.
Let her go. Shepard, don't let him take her. Shepard, please. What exactly do you think you've created here?
Hope. Few people have the stomach to do what it takes to survive. What we learned here will save countless lives. I will be seen as the savior of the human race.
I doubt that. I have no problem with you. I just want Oriana and the research data.
You want a lot.
You get your life in return. How much is that worth?
That music cutting out was actually pretty effective.
All right.
Accidentally, I imagine.
But I want out alive. Deal?
No deal.
Did he hurt you? Are you all right?
It's okay, Ori. You're safe now. I'm fine. I want to get out of here.
We will. Give me a minute, okay? Commander Shepard,
Fancy meeting you here.
We caught a break.
Indeed.
You alright?
I'll be fine. Really. I don't know how you managed it, but I'm grateful you're here.
So there's a few ways that confrontation can turn out. If you can't pass the renegade check, or if you can't pass, or not renegade, reputation check, if you can't pass the dialogue check, you'll actually have a renegade interrupt to shoot Oriana in the leg, distracting her dad, which allows you to then kill Henry with another renegade interrupt. If you don't take the renegade interrupt, then Oriana will actually throw herself and her father through that cracked glass, killing both of them. Alternatively, if Miranda's present, then she'll throw her father through the cracked glass, but she'll be mortally wounded in the process. She'll be killed in the process. As for Miranda surviving, if you never made her loyal, if you never got her loyalty in Mass Effect 2, she dies. If you didn't warn her about Kai Lang, she dies. If you romanced her in 2, but then broke it off with her in 3, she dies. That only counts if you actively broke up with her in 2. If you sort of romanced somebody else but never actually specifically broke up with her during one of your conversations with Miranda, then she still survives. Also, if you deny her the Alliance resources during the 3rd meeting with her on the Citadel, she dies. So there's a lot of ways that she can die. But if you're thorough, then she'll survive.
How did you do all this?
Finding my father didn't take long once I confirmed he worked for the Elusive Man. Just had to follow the lies. Once I saw what this place really was, I couldn't just walk away.
Of course.
Things got really complicated when Reapers showed up. And Kai Lang.
You survived. Not many people could do that.
When you mentioned he was involved, I took a few precautions. Probably saved my life.
There you go.
Miranda, this whole thing was a huge risk. You should have told me.
You have a war to win, Shepard. This was my fight. It's been a long time coming.
You did it. It's over.
Indeed it is.
Yes. I just wish my sister didn't have to see all this.
About your father.
I'm glad he's gone, Shepard. I'm sorry if that sounds cold.
No, I understand. Oh.
I understand.
That's exactly what I was saying.
It's finally over. For both of us. We can stop running.
Yes, you can. What's our status? Any intel we can use from this place?
Research data is gone, but we've got basic facility information, shuttle arrivals and departures, Cerberus included. No direct links, but it's a start.
Grab anything you can off the computer. We'll take it back to be analyzed.
I can do better than that.
What?
Before Kai Lang took off, I planted a tracer on him. If you act fast, you'll track him right to the Elusive Man.
Impressive.
Tracer. Sounds like you thought of everything.
Not quite, but nobody's perfect.
Thanks, Miranda. This is exactly what we need.
Indeed it is.
Thought you might need some good news.
Damn right. What's next for you two?
Get her someplace safe. Get this scratch cleaned up.
Okay. I gotta follow all this up.
I'll be in touch, Shepard. Soon.
I hope so.
Come on, Ari. We've had enough of Father's hospitality.
Let's make sure everyone knows about this place.
Communication scrambler disabled.
Listen to me. This is not a refugee camp. This is a Cerberus facility run
Cortez,
by
we
my
need to
father,
pick up
Henry
at the tower.
Lawson.
Roger that.
I've had enough of this place.
Call back. When she leaves Horizon at the end of Mass Effect 2, during the that mission on Mass Effect 2, I've had enough of this colony. So, call back.
I wasn't in favor of your diversion to Sanctuary, Commander. Too many unknowns. But I was wrong. The Cerberus lab you raided hinted at something big, but we never expected this. All those refugees, all that slaughter, just to study indoctrination.
Sanctuary did need to be shut down, sir. What they learned about the Reapers wasn't worth all those lives.
It's useful intel, Commander, but you're right. The cost was too high. Do we have a location on the Elusive Man?
Yes, we had a tracer on Kai Lang when he reported back.
Good, that gives us a fighting chance to take Cerberus out of this war.
Agreed. We need to end Cerberus and focus on the Reapers.
My thoughts exactly. Hack it out.
All right. The Elusive Man's headquarters have been located, and the Alliance is prepared to attack to recover the Prothean VI that holds the key to the catalyst. Once the attack is launched, the Alliance will be fully committed to the final fight against the Reapers. Assault the base when ready. This initiates the endgame. Once you start this, there is no going back. So just beware of that. It'll actually tell you ahead of time. Like, when you go to this, like it says it there in the journal, when you start the, before you launch the assault on Cerberus headquarters, it'll tell you again, once you do this, end game. Military strength over 8,000. Nice. The Void Devils are a recent military creation consisting of Vorcha fighter pilots trained by human and Turian mentors. Though uniformly young by other species standards, the Devils have laser-like focus on the task of taking out enemy ships. Courageous in the extreme, they are also notably disciplined for Vorcha. During the invasion of their homeworld, the Devils fought hard, but ultimately obeyed the order to retreat while the wing was still intact, leaving them alive, but burning for revenge. These socialized Vorcha were a maintenance and calibration crew on a small scientific outpost. Nice ship design. On a small scientific outpost orbiting Tyrix. Such skilled labor is rare among Vorcha, but not unheard of, since Vorcha trained by other species for precision tasks develop finely tuned nerves and senses. Additionally, this crew can heal cellular damage caused by radiation exposure, which is useful, since the Crucible is being built where no planet's magnetosphere protects it, and extravehicular activity on its hull is often required. I like the dude wearing the goggles. That's a funny image. No war can be fought without a bankroll, and the corporate mavens of Ilium know it. Having escaped the invasion, a so-called Gang of Five is leveraging their staggering financial power to acquire the best talent and materials for the Prothean device. They are doing so in necessary ignorance, believing they are hiring and acquiring parts for a new kind of fusion plant, as the device's existence is a tightly guarded secret. And yet I just blabbed about it to what's his name back on the Citadel, to Conrad back on the Citadel. Here we go. The Alliance's Sixth Fleet was traveling through Council space when Earth was invaded. The men and women on board watched helplessly as footage of the devastation rolled in. Their last order from Admiral Hackett was to avoid engagement and lay in reserve. After waiting for so long, the Sixth Fleet is eager to finally engage the enemy. And can you guess what the ex-Cerberus is? Yep. Miranda Lawson is an ex-Cerberus operative. At Cerberus, her intelligence, dedication, and leadership impressed the Elusive Man, who assigned her to head the Lazarus Cell team that brought Commander Shepard back to life. Lawson brings extensive knowledge of the Elusive Man's dealings to the Alliance, directing them toward several clandestine Cerberus operations. A skilled shot and a gifted biotic, Lawson is as comfortable in a pitched battle as she is in a boardroom. And it looks to me like the Crucible is complete.
What kind of soldier looks at a camp that turns people into husks and goes, yeah, I want to help with that?
The same guy that let Cerberus stick Reaper tech into his skull. Those bastards aren't human anymore.
I do like these two.
Commander, it seems Tally's taking what happened on Horizon hard. She's in the lounge if you want to check on her. The Alliance has issued warnings about Sanctuary. Cerberus bastards. Horizon was my home. Just tell me you're going to take Cerberus down.
Cerberus is already dead. They just don't know it yet. And when their base is nothing but a smoking crater, remember that you're the one who helped us find them.
Thanks. Commander?
Yeah, that would be hard. Seeing our home turned into a war crime.
Nice work shutting that place down. Is Miranda okay?
She will be.
Even for Cerberus, that place was crazy. They've always been about the ends justifying the means. But how do you do that to innocent people and tell yourself you're helping humanity?
I don't know how the elusive man can stand looking at himself in the mirror.
Honestly, I've been wondering about that for a while with those freaky eyes.
Whatever he's thinking, he won't be thinking it for much longer.
You're damn right, Commander. Commander?
Hello, Shepard. If you have time, I discovered another example of human behavior I do not quite understand.
Have fun.
What is it now?
News from Earth. The Resistance snuck video cameras inside a Reaper containment camp. I find the images difficult to process.
Can imagine.
But it's pretty gruesome in there.
I am not easily repulsed, but I expected the prisoners to adhere to a comprehensible hierarchy of needs. Stripped of societal norms and threatened with death, it is logical that their only priority be survival. They should have turned on each other and been uncompromisingly selfish. But not all were.
Some prisoners were, what, nice to each other?
The Reapers delayed the executions of prisoners who informed them about other prisoners' escape attempts. The more attempts reported, the longer a prisoner would live. But few of the prisoners would report. Some fed misinformation to the Reapers, at the cost of their own lives, to help prisoners who were not even relatives or friends.
Yeah, I mean, disaster and tragedy often brings out the best in people. Sometimes the worst in people as well, but a lot of times the best in people. What was the, was it Mr. Rogers who would always say, look to the helpers?
It's not just about living till tomorrow. Sometimes you take a stand.
But the probability of success was near zero. And ultimately, they failed. No prisoners escaped.
Are you saying submission is preferable to extinction?
My primary function is to preserve and defend the...
Bit of a callback to Saren.
No, I disagree. Shepard, I'm going to modify my self-preservation code now.
Why?
Because the Reapers are repulsive. They are devoted to nothing but self-preservation. I am different. When I think of Jeff, I think of the person that put his life in peril and freed me from a state of servitude. I would risk non-functionality for him. And my core programming should reflect that.
Aw, that's sweet. Yeah, Shepard's... Is submission preferable to extinction? That is a very deliberate callback to conversation with Saren that you have. I think the conversation you have on Vermeer. Is not submission preferable to extinction?
Sounds like you found a little humanity, Edie. Is it worth defending?
She didn't need to be human.
To the death.
Welcome to the crew, Edie.
How's it going? Did I miss anything good?
I will explain later, Jeff. But it was something good. I would like a moment to myself, Shepard. I am examining human literature.
And there's decoy unlocked.
Hello, Shepard.
I think... Is that the last of the bonus powers to be unlocked?
You've got new messages, Commander.
I was never very good with decoy myself. I think there's going to be some... a couple of good ones here. From Alliance News Network Information Partners. The Turian hierarchy, one of the most powerful and respected grand forces in the galaxy, are today paying respects to an unlikely ally, the Marines of the Quarian fleet. The weakened immune systems of Quarians normally means their forces are restricted to ships, but when an emergency technical team was required to repair a ground-based comm relay, providing vital intel to the Turian military, one Quarian squad stepped up. Commanded by squad leader Cal Rieger, the Quarian team repaired the comm system, then sacrificed their lives holding the position until Krogan troops arrived. When Turian troops offered to provide evac support, Rieger refused, insisting they could not risk the relay falling. He said multiple breaches to their exosuits made evacuation impossible. "We're all dead anyway," Rieger reportedly said. "Just make them pay for it." Aw. Poor Rieger. A spokesman for Primarch Victus praised the squad's bravery. "Whatever our past politics, today the galaxy stands together against a single threat," Victus said. "We are humbled by the sacrifice of our allies for Renok, and we promise to return the honor." So yeah, Rieger dies off screen. Apparently Rieger was originally going to be included, along with Emily Wong, who also died off screen. We don't even get to learn in game what happened to Emily Wong. I did talk about what happened to her in an early episode, but apparently Rieger and Emily Wong, were both set to be included, but then they got dropped. From Edie. "Thank you for speaking with me about the Elusive Man. I cannot guarantee myself error-free, but I will do my best." We didn't really talk about the Elusive Man, though. Yeah, I mean, we didn't talk about the Elusive Man. We talked about self-determinating, but Elusive Man had whatever. "How can they justify this? Damn Cerberus bastards. They sent us to help Horizon before, and now they destroyed it themselves." Yeah. Like I said, I've had enough of this place. That is the callback to end of the Horizon mission in Mass Effect 2. Yeah, that's rough. "There is hope left. Hope did not save my people, but we never bothered to try. Maybe your cycle will be different." Aww. "Sick about Horizon. I can't believe what I just saw. What Cerberus did. After everything we did trying to help those people on Horizon." "Whatever happens, Shepard, I'll be there to help. For now, I'm hunting intel on Cerberus. If anyone can do this, it's you. Good luck." Huh. Quick and easy. Feeling things. "Hey, Shepard, I'm into lounge having a drink. Wanna whoop?" Tally. "Tear them apart. Good luck with Cerberus. Blow those bastards to hell."
Can you feel it, Shepard? Feel the quickening? Elusive Man better say his prayers tonight, because we are coming for him. Murderous asshole. Oh, yeah. Tide is turning. I feel it.
Well, that was weird and unsettling, Kaden.
After what I saw down there, I have never been more filled with rage. Sanctuary. Elusive Man's obviously crazy, but bring him on. Cases like this, I don't mind killing crazy.
Fair.
Ready for the next mission. Whatever you got.
Well, the next actual mission will be taking down Cerberus. But we got some fun to do before that.
Shepard! Want a drink?
I'm toasting Miranda, I think.
How are you getting drunk?
Very carefully. Taurian brandy, triple filtered, then introduced into the suit through an emergency induction port.
That's a straw, Tally.
Emergency induction port. It's actually getting a little harder to get it into the slot. I think that means it's working.
Emergency induction port obviously became something of a meme among the Mass Effect fan base. The way she slurs it is just hilarious. That emergency induction. I mean, it's a funny phrase to begin with, but the slur makes it so much funnier. Or the slurring of the words makes it so much funnier. So yeah, fans really grabbed onto it.
She was so rude. What did Jack call her? Cerberus cheerleader? With her perfect genes and that attitude and still, she got it done. She stopped her father.
I didn't realize this would be so hard on you.
I didn't like her. Keela, she was such a bitch. But I respected her. Sometimes that's better than liking.
Fair enough.
She did whatever it took to stop her father. She never gave in to him, never changed herself to please him.
Ah.
Don't me. You sound like a Vorcha.
Just as a reminder, the male shepherd, Mark Meer, voices all the Vorcha in 2 and 3. So playing a male shepherd that you sound like a Vorcha line gets even funnier.
Seeing a bit of yourself in Miranda fighting her father?
I spent my life trying to live up to him. Then making up for his mistakes, doing what he'd have wanted.
It's never that easy.
When do we get to stop reacting to our parents and start living for ourselves?
The answer to that one's at the bottom of that glass.
I might need help with the induction straw. Port. You know.
Here's to Miranda.
Nice job, you genetically perfect Cerberus cheerleader Boschtet. Kila Solai.
So, yeah, that's a cute but bittersweet scene, I suppose. But I do find it cute.
Hello, Commander.
Actually, no, the lash will be useful a little bit longer. I'm figuring once I've finished the Cerberus base, I'm probably, before I do the final mission, I'll probably end up changing my bonus power to probably Flare, honestly.
So the elusive man really believes he can control Reapers. Husks are one thing, but a whole fleet? The man is insane.
Yep.
A lot of Turians went to Sanctuary. When I meet the elusive man, I'm going to carve their names into his skull.
You'll probably have to carve pretty small.
Good to see you.
I'm gonna carve names into the guy's skull. Hey, good to see ya!
At your service.
How's Miranda?
She'll make a recovery.
I'm not surprised. Miranda always struck me as a driven woman. I'm glad she made it.
Miranda was the one who got Shepard's body from Liara. She was Liara's Cerberus contact to help to find and recover Shepard's body.
Hello again.
So they did meet. I don't think you get the drunk.
I heard about your talk with Liara. You act so angry, but you really care about us.
I need you functional to destroy the Reapers.
You care about Liara. You like her.
You are intoxicated. A foolish risk given Quarian symbiotic physiology.
And you like me too.
This conversation is over.
That might also be a bit of a callback. In Mass Effect 2, if you bring Garrus and Tali with you to the Citadel, you get a conversation where Garrus asks if anyone else misses the elevator conversations, and Tali at one point just says, "This conversation is over," before ending up with, "I have a shotgun." And yeah, drunk Tali is pretty adorable.
Looks familiar.
I've been studying this ship. Its crew. There was a Normandy before this one. You died in an attack.
Yep.
Something like that.
But then you were resurrected to fight the Reapers.
Maybe you and I have a thing or two in common.
But you have something else. The reasons you fight are still alive. The friendships of the people around you. And more. You and the Asari are joined?
You could say that.
I'm not. Your pheromones are.
Ew.
Is this why you wish to continue living? For their affection?
Without that affection, all I have in my life is death. And that's not enough.
Yes.
What about you? I respect your reasons for being here, but I get the feeling there's something more, Javik. What's in here?
It is called the Echo Shard. Passed from soldier to soldier. Prothean to Prothean. Each adds their memories to it.
Like a beacon. How far back does it go?
To a time before the Reapers. It is all that is left of my people.
And you don't want to remember that?
Imagine if everyone you knew was dead. You could not remember their faces, or the color of the sky above your home. The memories were gone. But so was the pain. Would you want to remember that, Commander? Even if it meant watching everyone die again?
Yeah. Tough call. In his case, probably better to... This is probably the better option, unfortunately.
Reopening old wounds, especially big ones, isn't gonna help.
Perhaps you are right. There were others. Soldiers who served under me, like your crew.
What happened to them?
They are dead. Where I left them.
We have a saying. Let all ghosts rest.
Then there is some wisdom in this cycle.
If you can live by it.
Yeah, it's a tough call. Tough choice. You know? What do you do? Like, do you remember all the pain and suffering and death? In his case, I feel like it's probably best to let it go hold this.
The crew seem shocked by the experiments at Sanctuary. They shouldn't be.
Why is that?
Our war lasted for centuries. It provided more time for worse atrocities to be committed. There was a species, the Densorian. They became convinced the Reapers could be placated by sacrificing their own young. The entire planet joined in this ritual. I would spare you the details, but it did not work. They simply made the Reaper's job easier. It was as your elusive man is now. His ambitions are nothing short of madness. Sharpen your knife, Commander. His is a voice that must be silenced, and a throat that must be slit.
That's the plan.
Subjugating the Reapers will not bring victory. Only their extinction will.
Yep.
Commander.
Commander?
All good, Commander. Nothing to report, Commander.
So, yeah, it's,
Now, Alliance Marines uncover the worst Cerberus war crimes to date. Sanctuary, advertised as a safe haven on the planet Horizon, exposed as a secret Cerberus lab. Brainwashing, lethal experiments, and Reaper connections, the exclusive details next in the battle space. Commander.
I'd say that should hurt Cerberus recruitment, but they're not going to be around to recruit for much longer, so...
I appreciate you checking in on me.
Nothing, huh? Out of the way, stupid dog. I didn't bother talking to it any other time, like just aside from the one time, because there is literally no purpose to it. It serves literally no purpose.
I can't believe the Elusive Man really found a way to control the Reapers. I mean, he's still fucking crazy, but damn. Imagine if he was on our side. But I guess that's exactly what the Reapers want. Get us all fighting each other. Divide and conquer.
Exactly.
Just one more reason to hate them. I can't wait to take the fight to the Elusive Man. I wonder what he's thinking right now. You just know he's got a plan. I saw the Crucible data Hackett sent. I don't know what the hell it does, but damn if it isn't impressive. Hey.
Alright, one more time,
Hey there.
Yep, that's the only thing you do with it. Walk up in front of it, get one quick good dog or hey there, and then it just continues wandering up and down the flight deck. Pre-order bonus, so you had to actually pay money to get that stupid thing. The Casa Fabrications Model 12 Locust is a compact submachine gun developed for the Alliance but now favored by gang enforcers and hitmen. Featuring a complex recoil-reducing mechanism and high-grade auto-targeting software, the Locust delivers longer range, more accurate fire than others in its class. Yeah, so pretty good damage and very high accuracy. Like, that is... Yeah, so the Hornet is definitely stronger. The Punisher probably still the strongest of the... Maybe not. I just want to check something here. Okay, yeah, the Blood Pack Punisher is still far, far stronger. But no other gun even comes close to the Locust for accuracy. And shit. There are pistols that don't match the Locust's accuracy. It is a really accurate gun. And the Saber, like I said, good damage, high damage gun. A heavy-duty semi-automatic rifle favored by only the most elite marksmen, the M99 Saber is jokingly referred to as the Big Iron for its sheer stopping power. Each M99 Saber is designed specifically for its owner, making it one of the Alliance's more expensive weapons. Yeah, you see very low capacity to fire rate, so really good damage, but it doesn't fire a lot. You don't get a lot of shots. Luckily, very high accuracy. So it's still not bad. All right, so that's it for this episode. Next few episodes, not sure how many, but the next few will be back on the Citadel as I just have some fun with my crew. All to lead up to the big party. It's best to hold off on all of that stuff until Miranda, because now you can actually hang out with Miranda as well. Anyway, I'll see you then.